Breakdown this weekend? Raise your hand. I'm Rebeccah Silence, creator of Healing is Possible, with your Monday healing message that breakdowns are your key prerequisite to healing and growth. And what I have done with myself, what I see with my clients and people I love, is that when breakdowns happen, and what do I mean by a breakdown? It's an emotional trip up. It's this experience of getting hit over the head with a grand piano and being frustrated about what just occurred. Breakdowns happen in relationships with other people. Breakdowns happen in circumstances. Breakdowns happen in the way we treat and see ourselves. This past weekend, I had so many opportunities for breakdowns, a couple infractions. And today, what I want to teach about and talk about is how to use breakdowns to your advantage. It is not something that we're used to. It's not something that I see is really even taught. But I'm telling you right now, when breakdowns happen, it is a huge opportunity for more possibility and more connection. But we don't usually see it that way. We usually see it like something bad is happening, something shouldn't be happening that's happening. And then it's easy to get caught in a hamster wheel, and the frustration and the drama just escalates. So another thing about breakdowns is that they're a great opportunity to get more educated and more curious about what has been working for you, what hasn't been working for you, and what would work instead. And I truly, truly believe that breakdowns are happening because we're ready to heal. When we have a breakdown, I just want you to consider it's a pattern that you're in. It's this, oh, here we go again experience almost always when you're in a breakdown. I got misunderstood again. I got treated badly again. I got disrespected again. These are just examples of breakdowns. So when I'm saying it's an opportunity to heal through a pattern, what I mean is you've been in a pattern of feeling disrespected. You've been in a pattern of feeling like I get treated badly. You've been in a pattern of feeling like I get misunderstood no matter what I do. It's easy to navigate a breakdown when you're willing to get through a drama, a trauma, a trigger that you deal with on repeat like Groundhog Day. When you want this thing to go away and to stop happening, it gets a lot harder to face it. And then when you are willing to face and get curious about your breakdowns, you can start to see, wow, this is not only an opportunity for more connection and more clarity and more possibility, but I could be done with this, like for real, done with this pattern, this experience. Last Monday, a week ago today, I woke up with this inspiration. And again, my definition of inspiration to anyone that doesn't know me that well, or if you haven't heard me say this before, inspiration is about this knowing, this internal guidance and almost overwhelming knowing that, oh, if I follow this, it's going to take my vibration and my life higher and I'll feel better eventually. Inspiration isn't necessarily about feeling good. It's about following that internal guidance system that you have to eventually feel better. So I woke up last Monday inspired to do a raw food cleanse. I had been guided to do this by other people. I didn't want to do a raw food, vegetable only cleanse necessarily, but I woke up with this inspiration to do this raw food, vegetable cleanse. And I did. And I decided, okay, I know this isn't necessarily going to be fun. I know that I have a history of being in breakdown around body image and where am I at with my weight and what should I do about it. And then feeling like, my gosh, I green juice every day. I exercise every day. I do all the things. Why doesn't my body look like it did when I was 25, 26, 27, 28, running marathons and wanting to be farther along than I was, right? This is just an example of a breakdown. And and inspiration that I followed. And so what's happened over the course of this week is being challenged and confronted left and right with, okay, why am I doing this? What would trip me up? What are the stories that I tell myself in my head? You know how this goes in your own way with whatever you're facing right now. So for me, this breakdown around wanting to trust the guidance and the inspiration and my body exactly where it is, and then not quite believing that the results I have right now are good enough, was something I really tackled this last week. And that was the inspiration for this live today, where, it's easy to follow the thoughts and the stories and the self-deprecating habits that you're used to, but then you just feel more like shit, right? So these breakdowns, they're not new. That's the next thing I want you to consider. They've been here. And when you're willing to get curious and tackle them and face them head on, now you have a shot at coming out the other side of the breakdown. And you don't necessarily get to keep life on the other side if you don't nurture it. But man, just having an experience of life on the other side can be so liberating. And I've had, today's day 8, of just following my own internal guidance system and inspiration and shifting into a possibility where I am healthy. I'm not getting to a place of healed or healthy. And following my body, I did 4 straight days of raw vegetables and then started to modify it. But it's all been super clean. It's all been super high vibe. And it's all been me listening to my body. So that was what was new versus listening to what I'd been educated around or what someone else told me to do. What's my body telling me to do? And I decided this year that I would become masterful in intuitive eating, and I've been taking it on. And this raw food vegetable cleanse helped me get there even faster than I could have imagined. And I think that's what's so fascinating to me, being an emotional healing breakthrough coach, how fast we can heal, how fast we can shift, and how fast we can use breakdowns to get closer. And especially in relationships, when you're not willing to say, hey, whoa, here's how I'm feeling. Here's what I'm needing. Here's what's not working for me. And here's what would work for me instead. Let me say these 4 again. Key in relationship. If you would communicate this way, your relationships would change so fast. And again, the breakdowns, they can shift and they can change so fast. We just think because the pattern has been there, we have to live with it, or it has to be hard, or it has to take a long time. No. In relationships, just try this. Here's how I'm feeling. Here's what I'm needing. Here's what's not working for me. Here's what would work instead. Are you willing to work with me on it? See how there's no blame, there's no threat, there's no intimidation, there's no making anybody wrong. And by the way, you can talk to yourself this way too. You hit a breakdown. What am I feeling? What am I needing? What's not working? What would work instead? The patterns, the habits, the way it's been, it doesn't need to continue. And breakdowns give you access to living beyond what you've known. And breakdowns also give you access to living into and experiencing the possibilities that you've been craving and dreaming of, that maybe you've been doubting could actually happen for you. I haven't been convinced I could be an intuitive eater. I thought there have to be these rules that I follow that maybe aren't even mine, but are the right way to do it. That's shifting for me this week. Whatever you're in, whatever you're up against, it's just a gentle invitation from me to you today to start letting it soften, let it shift, let yourself be wrong about what you've been convinced you have to suffer your way through. Because you don't have to suffer your way through the breakdowns. You could have a breakdown and go, whoa, this is here because I'm ready to be done with it. This is up because I'm ready to heal it. It's not going to be comfortable, but there's life that's better on the other side of this breakdown. In my relationships, there's an opportunity for more closeness and more connection because I'm going to be brave enough to say, hey, here's what's really going on with me. That's not your fault. That because of you, I now have an opportunity to face and heal and deal with and become better for it. Breakdowns can actually be your friend. And I get they're confronting and no fun, but only if you stay in them and keep repeating the same habits that keep you in them. Breakdowns can give you access and are the key prerequisite to you living life on the other side of them. If you'll have the courage and the bravery to step into that possibility. If you like this, if you want more, I've got a link to my 5-day challenge for you. If you want a reboot, if you want a map in 5 days to 5 steps to healing that guaranteed will change your life if you let them, it's $27. Take this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or whatever day you're watching this today in the next 5 days and get going. It's 30-minute trainings, 1 step a day with a quick worksheet for integration. It's badass. It's a great challenge. Go do it. It's Rebeccah Silence, creator of Healing is Possible. So honored to be with you with today's healing message. Breakdowns are your key prerequisite to healing and growth. So face them. Don't avoid them. Use them to your advantage. I'll see you soon.